Asemic writing. If you find it fascinating but aren't sure how to incorporate it into your own art or creative self-care practice, this video is for you. Maybe you've tried creating your own but weren't satisfied. Or maybe you just haven't known where to start. In this video, I'm going to break it down into a simple process to help you get comfortable loosening up to enjoy this artistic and therapeutic form of writing. All you'll need are some pens with various size tips and some paper. A little bit of lined paper is fine. Scrap paper, your art journal, any type of paper you have at hand on which you can write. I'm Melinda. Let's get started with 5 steps to develop your own unique style of Asemic writing. Step 1 is knowing what Asemic writing is and what it isn't. Asemic writing is writing, but it also isn't, at least not in the typical sense. It's not written to convey any particular words or concepts, at least no objective ideas. It's purely artistic. Any meaning is subjective. It's writing that's beyond language, or, depending on your perspective, less than language, with no literal translation or linguistic meaning. Its meaning for the writer is found in the experience of creating it, and for the viewer in its shape and form, apart from known words. If you've seen it as part of a larger art piece, it may have caught your eye as writing. But when you tried to read it, you found there weren't any actual words or even letters. The term Asemic writing may not have been coined until the early 1990s, but examples of it can be found as far back as 8th century China. To achieve your own unique style of this wordless writing, you can start by writing what you recognize as writing. Step 2, just write. To get ourselves moving creatively, we are going to start with writing what we know. Write a short paragraph, write about anything, using whatever you typically prefer to write with. If you typically use lined paper, go ahead, that's perfect. Creating this video to help you make Asemic writing your own was partly inspired by a process shared by Kat Rains in her Collage Joy Taster. She writes her artistic intentions and then incorporates them into her art, in part with Asemic writing. She repurposes her intentions to restate them in her art and refresh them in her mind by using them in a different form, in progressively looser Asemic writing. Not sure what to write being put on the spot? You can also write your intention for this process and how you'd like to use Asemic writing. Write about what you hope to get out of this new or developed skill. Write about why you want to learn it. You can also write a favorite quote or scripture. All you need are a few sentences. When you have them, grab another piece of paper, preferably unlined this time, and a writing implement with a larger tip, preferably not erasable. This process is about writing, not correcting. Step 3, loosen up. We are going to rewrite what we wrote, except we're not going to rewrite it exactly. We're going to ignore punctuation and allow our hand to be less controlled. Relaxing control is the important part. A larger writing tip helps by necessitating writing larger and more loosely. Having the letters in mind can help you create your new style of writing, but you don't want to actually write them. Relax your hand, relax your wrist, relax your arm, relax control. Focus on movement directed more by the shoulder than more precisely with your wrist and fingers. Follow your word breaks or blend your words as it feels comfortable to flow through your lines. As you're writing larger and more loosely, your line breaks will be different, and that's good. You can use your sentence breaks to incorporate what would be analogous to uppercase letters by going bigger, but don't pause for punctuation. When you feel comfortable or just want to move on to being looser, grab another piece of paper and larger tipped writing implement. Step 4, loosen up more. Continue to use your words as a guide to shape movement, but move further away from considering them words. Ignore word breaks. Writing a continuous line will help you get further into the flow of Asemic writing. Write bigger and looser, and bigger and looser, with more of yourself in it. Step 5 is play. Keep writing. Try different tools on different surfaces. You could experiment with writing different directions. Layering can be enjoyable and create interesting effects. You can do it purely for the art or start from a therapeutic standpoint. One thing I've mentioned loving about Asemic writing is being able to write what I'm thinking without writing what I'm thinking. While I often write from what I'm thinking, or more precisely use the words in my head as a guide for my hand, I had never started from an actual piece of writing. But knowing how it can be a struggle to loosen up, I recognized Kat's approach to adding her words to her art, creatively and intimately personally, could also be useful to help anyone struggling to figure out how to get into Asemic writing. As I say so often in my Sunday creative self-care Better with Art videos, relax. Have fun. Feel free to drop any questions in the comments. If you found this little tutorial helpful, give it a like and be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll be back soon with 5 ways to use your Asemic writing in your art and creative self-care practice. I'm enjoying sharing gel plate and mixed media fun, and we'll be back with more 5 videos. 5 ways, 5 steps, 5 tips, 5 tricks to encourage you to make art, because we are better with art.